Whenever we talk about AI, it's always about bigger models, faster chips. But what if the real revolution isn't about the machines at all? What if it's about who gets to own the intelligence that makes them smart? Well, today, we're going to deconstruct a fundamental shift in digital identity that could honestly rewrite the rules for the entire AI economy. So let's dive in. This right here, this is the whole story. The future of AI isn't just a tech story about processing power. It's an ownership story. It's about finally recognizing that the data we all create every single day has incredible value. And it forces us to ask a really important question. Who should get to control and profit from that value? And that brings us right to the heart of the problem. Our data, our expertise, our unique human context, that's the fuel for these massive AI systems. But for the longest time, all the value, all the economic benefit from that intelligence has been flowing away from us, the very people who actually create it.
I mean, this whole model probably sounds depressingly familiar, right? We share our data, sometimes without even realizing it. Huge platforms suck it all up, package it, and make a fortune. And what are we left with? Nothing. No real stake, no ownership, no connection to the value we helped create. It's a one-way street. It's pure extraction.
So you gotta wonder, why has it been this way for so long? Well, the root cause isn't just a shady business model, it's a technical problem. The whole system we've built is standing on a foundation of sand because our idea of digital identity has been fundamentally flawed.
And this slide, this is the core of it. For years, especially in the crypto world, we just accepted this idea. Your wallet is your identity. But that was never a feature. It was a limitation we all just learned to live with. The new premise is so much simpler and so much more powerful. Your identity is yours, period. It doesn't belong to a wallet or a platform.
This tight coupling has been the source of so many problems. Think about it. If you change wallets or you move to a new blockchain, what happens? Your identity, your reputation, your entire history, it all just vanishes. You're forced to start over from absolute zero.
And the consequences are just brutal. This is the nightmare scenario, right? You lose your private key, you lose access to that one wallet, and poof, your entire digital self that was tied to it is gone. Not just inaccessible, gone, forever, no recovery. That is a terrifyingly fragile foundation to build a whole economy on.
So enough of the scary stuff. How do we fix this? Well, you start over with a completely new premise. And this is exactly where Codatta DID comes into the picture. It's a solution that's built on a foundation that's actually robust and puts the user, you, at the center.
So, what is a Codatta DID? It's not just another profile or an address. Think of it as a portable identity layer that you and only you truly own and control. It's designed from the ground up to be totally independent. It works across any chain, in any app. It's your universal passport for the digital world.
And this is the magic right here. Because your identity is finally decoupled from any single wallet. You eliminate that single point of failure. You can lose a private key, get a new wallet, and simply link it to your core identity. You don't lose everything. Your digital life goes on. That is a game changer.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? What's going on under the hood? Well, let's get into it. We're going to break down the 4 key architectural shifts that make all of this possible. So here's a little side-by-side comparison. On the left, you've got the old, traditional way of doing things. On the right, you have Codatta DID. Let's walk through these 4 dimensions and see what they really mean. First up, the identifier design. The old way, your wallet address is your identity. With Codatta, you get a unique, permanent ID number, a UIUID, that's stored on-chain. Think of it like a digital social security number. You can change your wallet 100 times, but that core number, your identity, stays the same. Next, the ownership model. This is all about control. Before, it was all or nothing. Whoever had the private key had total control. Codatta introduces something called a controller mechanism. This lets you grant other accounts, say for your business, limited permissions to manage your identity without ever giving them the keys to the kingdom. It's way more secure and practical for organizations. Then we have data extensibility. Look, older systems were really rigid. They could only store standard bits of information. Codatta is way more flexible. Developers can attach all kinds of custom, business-specific data directly to an identity, right on the blockchain. This makes it so much more useful for real-world applications. And finally, verification methods. Okay, this might be the biggest deal of all. Codatta is designed to unify your entire digital life. You can link your Google account, your email address, your Ethereum wallet, your Solana wallet, all of it
to one single core identity. You can finally prove that you are you everywhere.
So, okay, we just went through a lot of technical stuff. Let's zoom back out. Why does all this plumbing matter? Because with this new, powerful identity infrastructure in place, you can build something that was impossible before, an entirely new economic for intelligence.
And here it is, the punchline. When your identity is stable and persistent, when it doesn't just vanish when you lose a key, then your contributions don't either. They stop being disposable bits of data and they become verifiable, ownable, true assets that belong to you. And hey, this isn't some science fiction concept. This is real and it's happening now. The Codatta network has already registered over 10 million of these contributions. Just think about that number. That's 10 million ownable assets of human intelligence, every single one traceable on-chain, right back to the person who created it. The new model is already here and it's working at scale.
This completely flips the old economic structure on its head. Instead of surrendering your data, you own it. Instead of your contributions being anonymous, they're tracked. Value finally flows back to the source, to you. You could contribute something once and earn from it over and over again as AI models use it. Your knowledge literally becomes a yield-generating asset.
So all of this is pointing us in a new direction, a new future for AI, for the internet, for our digital lives. It's showing us that the goal shouldn't just be about building things faster, but about building them better, and asking who we're building them for.
And that's really the question we all need to be asking ourselves. As we build these unbelievably powerful systems, we have a choice to make about the direction we want to go. Who is all of this supposed to benefit? Is it going to be the same few platforms at the top, or is it finally going to be everyone who contributes?
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. We are standing right on the edge of a massive psychological shift. So what happens to our world, to our economy, to the future of AI when millions and millions of people all over the globe finally realize that their knowledge isn't just useful, it's ownable? I mean, the possibilities there, they're absolutely staggering.